What's up everyone, John here. Hope you're having a great day so far and hope after watching this it's gonna be even greater. So today I'm having a full day of eating video for you guys showing what I eat to put on weight, because a lot of you guys have been wondering what foods to eat to gain muscle mass on a plant-based diet. So that's what we're gonna be focusing on today. Catherine's here chilling on the couch watching some television. I haven't had breakfast yet, so that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys first. I've been awake for like 3 hours or so, but usually I'm not too hungry in the morning, so I usually wait a couple hours before eating. The first meal is gonna be some bread on some homemade spread made of pinto beans. Let me show you how I make that. So I just pour some pre-cooked pinto beans into a bowl and then I mash it up using this contraption and add a couple of spices. This time we're using some cumin, some onion powder, black pepper, paprika, and some garlic powder. We also put in a spoon of tomato puree before adding all the other spices, and then we just mix it all together, add a little bit of lemon juice and water to make it more creamy, and that's it. Mix it all together until it becomes like a paste, and then you put it into a jar and that's it. So for you guys who don't know, we are here in Norway visiting Catherine's family, so we're in their house right now, and Catherine's mom baked some homemade bread, so I'm gonna be using that to put the bean spread on top, and then have some pickles on top of that as well to give that extra taste. So the beans are very high in protein and the bread is also really high in protein. So with the legumes and the grains combined, it'll give an amazing amino acid profile, which is important. You don't need to combine different amino acids in the same meal like I'm doing here. A lot of people are super worried about getting complete protein profiles and amino acid profiles, but your body does all the work for you as long as you're having enough of everything. In the end of the day, your body will pair and do all the work for you. I just had to take off my t-shirt to go outside to take a thumbnail. That's YouTube life, man. You gotta freeze and take those pictures. If not, no one clicks on the videos. No, I'm just kidding. Because the caloric density of bread, it's not something that I personally can eat a lot of if I'm trying to cut down in weight, because my appetite is huge and I need loads of slices of bread if I want to feel satisfied. So that's why I personally don't include a lot of bread in my cutting diet. I do include some. So I guess whether you're putting on weight or losing weight, you're kind of eating the same foods, just in different amounts. Always trying to do as much whole foods as possible, and bread and pasta is one of those things that I do still consume. They're not whole foods, but they're still healthy enough, and in moderate amounts they're good. The important thing is to choose the whole grain version of things, so whole grain bread or homemade bread with loads of seeds and that kind of stuff, and as much good stuff in there as possible. Same with pasta, whole grain pasta rather than completely refined pasta. So I'm gonna enjoy these 3 beautiful toasts. They're bigger than they look. They'll fill me up quite a bit. One of my favorite meals for sure, one of my favorite spreads. Make sure to try this spread out. Super good. It's gonna give you gains for sure. Now we're out here for our little cardio session. We try to get in a little bit of fresh air every single day. So we're walking here for maybe an hour or so around the village. Really peaceful and quiet. It's beautiful. We got like 2 weeks left before we go to LA. Get some sunlight. It's gonna be a huge contrast. We're looking forward to it. Yeah, loads of cool stuff happening, loads of new exciting announcements, so stay tuned.
It'll be nice to feel the heat of the sun again.
Exactly. So it is January, it's the start of the year, and a lot of you guys have decided to try this plant-based diet out, which is amazing. You guys are taking a step in the right direction, so I'm super proud of you for doing that. But a lot of you guys are worried about not being able to get in enough calories and not being able to gain weight. So the simplest thing that I can tell you is just increase the caloric density of each meal that you're having. If you're not getting enough calories, maybe you're eating too many veggies and fruits and not having any high calorie foods on top of that. For example, bread, as I showed you before, pasta, or smoothies with loads of dates and starches like brown rice, potatoes, and that kind of stuff. The thing also a lot of people forget is to add fats to your diet, like avocados, nut butters, seeds on top of your salads or whatever. Fats are gonna, increase the calories way more than proteins and carbs are, because they're over twice as calorically dense as carbs and proteins are. So adding fats to your diet is super important. You don't want to overdo it, but if you're struggling with getting enough calories, maybe you're not adding enough fats to your meals. Do you have any other tips for people who are trying to get in enough calories and gaining weight? expert nutritionist tips?
Well, if you find it hard to increase the volume of your meals because most often you have to eat more when going plant-based, you could try to increase the meal frequency. So instead of eating 3 meals a day, maybe eat 4 meals or add some snacks in between your meals. So yeah, that could be a tip.
Yeah, tip from a professional expert nutritionist, there you go. And if you guys are worried about not getting enough calories, you can always track your macros and calories on an app like Chronometer. I'll leave the link in the description box, but it's the best one out there as it shows your micronutrients as well as your calories and macros. So it's super helpful if you're new to this lifestyle, just to learn what kind of foods are high in calories or not, and just see where you're at. It's really helpful. Alright guys, what I'm gonna prepare right now is some oatmeal. I'm not gonna be bothered to cook it, so I'm just gonna have it like this, uncooked, with 1 banana, some frozen blueberries, a little bit of raisins to increase the calories and the taste, soy milk, and the Viva Life salted caramel protein powder, and probably some nuts on top.
Hello!
Mr. Hello, I've told you so many times not to interrupt me while I'm vlogging, please.
Hello! Hello, 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 hello.
Alright, so this is it, big bowl. This will get me full for a couple hours before dinner. But yeah, back here, gotta get some work done. Still loads to do with our new program. Actually, the craziest thing happened yesterday where I was editing for about 10 hours and all of a sudden all my files went corrupted. The project was completely gone. There was no way to get it back. There were no backups made for some reason. It was a lot of time wasted. It was frustrating. I went on a little bit of a roid rage. But I've finally been able to redo what I lost, so now it's just about progressing further. But yeah, that was just a little update on what's going on behind the scenes here. Okay, we're making our way to the old school gym here in the village now. Me and Catherine are gonna work out together. How many of you, whoa! How many of you are actually based around the LA area or California? I want to do a meetup while I'm there in February. Let me know in the comment section below. We look forward to meeting you guys if anyone wants to meet us. I don't know why anyone would, but... Alright, so you guys probably know this already, but this gym is just so old school. I think the equipment is from the 60s, barely functioning, but it does a job. Session was good. When it comes to putting on weight, it just doesn't help eating a lot, because if you are eating above your maintenance calories, if you don't work out, if you don't work your muscles, that will just become fat, and no one wants to put on just fat weight. And the vegan movement definitely doesn't need more skinny fat people. I'm just kidding, but seriously, resistance training is useful for everyone. It helps with bone density, the connective tissues. It's just really important for overall well-being. You don't have to go there every single day of the week. Go, you know, 2 or 3 times a week if that's all you can do. So for dinner, Catherine prepared this amazing mac and cheese made with some blended up cashew cream, some carrots, and some vegan cheese on top. We also had some salad on the side. Definitely one of the more indulgent meals we've had in a while. High in calories, high in protein, but also very high in fat because of the cashews and the cheese on top. And then I worked for a couple hours, and then I decided to make the last meal of the day, which is gonna be a risotto kind of thing. So I took out a bag that has frozen brown rice and veggies mixed into it, added that to the pan along with some soy minced meat, ton of protein in it, and then I added some more frozen veggies just to increase the volume of the meal. And while I was making it, I was so hungry, so I felt like having a smoothie in the meantime, consisting of strawberries, flax seeds, some Viva Life protein powder, some banana, and some soy milk. So I prepared the rest of the meal while enjoying this smoothie. You can tell the kind of happiness smoothie brings to my life. So I added some sweet chili sauce to the mix and stirred it for a while and rinsed some black beans. You want to make sure to rinse it to avoid explosive farts, and that's it. So really high in protein, very simple, quick meal to make, so try this out if you're low on time. Alright, so it's past 12 o'clock. super tired, about to go to bed. But anyway, I hope that this video shows you guys some options of how to get in high calorie meals to build muscle. Whether you're vegan or not, try to incorporate as many nutrient dense plant foods and calorie dense plant foods if you're looking to gain weight. But yeah, stay tuned, a lot of videos coming. Make sure to subscribe, share the channel with your friends if you find it interesting, and as always, I'll see you very soon. Peace out.